Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Charlie. On today's episode, I'm going to be showing y'all how to make my delicious supreme pizza from scratch. Now, this is one of my all-time favorite pizzas. It has toppings like onion, bell pepper, mushrooms, black olives, sausage, pepperoni, 2 different types of cheeses, and it also has a buttery garlic Parmesan crust, and from there it is baked to perfection. This recipe, it's a large pizza, so you can get about 10 servings out of it. It's absolutely delicious. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here's all what you need to make your homemade supreme pizza. Let's get started with our ingredients. You'll need some bread flour, and along with that you'll need some instant yeast, sugar, olive oil, salted butter, tomato paste, and for your seasonings and spices, you'll need some salt, dried basil, dried oregano, dried thyme, granulated onion, granulated garlic, and here I have some fresh parsley. You can also use dried parsley as well. For your toppings, you'll need 1 small to medium-sized yellow onion, bell pepper, garlic, some fresh mushrooms, black olives, pepperoni slices, a ½ pound of Italian sausage, and for your cheeses, you're going to need 2 8-ounce packages, that's 1 pound of mozzarella cheese. You will also need some shredded Parmesan cheese, and this next ingredient is optional, yellow cornmeal. Now if you don't have this, you can omit it from the recipe. And for your tools, you'll need a cheese shredder. I'm going to be using my food processor with a shredder attachment. You will also need a rolling pin, and to bake your pizza, you will need a 16-inch in diameter pizza pan. And there we have it. Alright, let's get straight to it. We're going to get started by chopping half of a yellow onion into small bite-sized pieces, like how you see here. Rinse your bell pepper off with cold water. Make sure that you remove the core out of the center of your bell pepper before you chop it. We're going to take half of a green bell pepper and we're going to chop it into small bite-sized pieces, like how you see here. Here I have 2 cloves of garlic. I've cut them in half. Take a garlic press and press the garlic. And there we go. Alright, I placed about 3.5 ounces in weight of mushrooms into the strainer. Rinse the mushrooms off really well with cold water. Take a knife and slice the mushrooms. Alright, let's get started with shredding our mozzarella cheese. Here we have our food processor with the shredder attachment. You can also use a manual shredder if you don't have this. Now I've cut the blocks of mozzarella cheese in half, so we're going to shred it in halves. Shred 2 8-ounce packages, that's 16 ounces, 1 pound of mozzarella cheese. And this is how it looks when we're done. Place this into your refrigerator until we're ready to add it onto our pizza. Alright, let's get started with making our marinara sauce. Make sure that your fire on your stove is not on. We're going to turn that on in just a second. So in this medium-sized pot, add 6 ounces of tomato paste, 3/4 cup of water, and for our seasonings and spices, add 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of dried basil, 1/4 teaspoon of dried oregano, 1/8 of a teaspoon of dried thyme, 1/4 teaspoon of granulated onion, 1/4 teaspoon of granulated garlic, and to cut the acid of the tomato, add 1 teaspoon of sugar and 1 to 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley. If you're using dried parsley, just add a ½ teaspoon of that in there. Stir all the ingredients together with a whisk until combined. Once all of the ingredients are combined, preheat your fire to medium heat. Let this simmer for 4 minutes, stirring occasionally. Add a ½ tablespoon of salted butter. Stir all the ingredients together until that butter melts. And from there, our marinara sauce is done. Now you're going to go ahead and turn your fire off. Let this cool for 10 to 15 minutes. You can also make this 1 to 2 days in advance. Preheat your fire to medium heat. Alright, let's get started with cooking our Italian sausage. So in this large saucepan, I let it get hot for about 1 to 2 minutes. Add your Italian sausage right on in there. Give this a quick stir. Let this saute for about 3 to 4 minutes, stirring occasionally. Alright, it's been about 3 to 4 minutes now, and our Italian sausage is done. Now you're going to go ahead and turn your fire off. Let this cool for 5 minutes. Here I have a mesh strainer with a shallow pan underneath it. Add your cooked Italian sausage into the mesh strainer. Give this a quick stir. And as you are stirring the Italian sausage, the pan drippings are going to drip into the shallow pan. Let this cool for 10 minutes. You can also cook your sausage 1 to 2 days in advance before you make your pizza. Alright, let's get started with making our pizza crust. So in our stand mixer bowl, add 3 1/4 cups of bread flour, 2 teaspoons of instant yeast, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt. Stir all your ingredients together. Okay, let's get started with mixing our dough. So in a stand mixer bowl fitted with the dough hook attachment, add 1 1/3 cups of warm water. Temperature of the water should be between 115 and 120 degrees Fahrenheit. 2 tablespoons of melted salted butter and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Mix this on a medium-low speed or according to your stand mixer's instructions on mixing doughs for about 4 to 5 minutes. Alright, as you can see, the dough doesn't stick to my fingers. Perfect. Let the dough rest in the mixer for about 1 to 2 minutes. Lightly flour the surface of your table. Add the dough on top of the table. Add some of the flour onto your hands. Knead the dough for 2 minutes. Form the dough into a ball. Let the dough rest for 15 to 20 minutes. Alright, here we have our pizza pan. We're going to add 2 teaspoons of olive oil. Take your hand and spread the olive oil around the pizza pan. Lightly sprinkle some cornmeal onto the pizza pan. Alright, it's been about 15 to 20 minutes now. You're going to take your hands and you're going to press the dough down. This is going to release the gases caused by the yeast. As you're pressing the dough down with your hands, you're going to form a flat circle. Take your rolling pin and roll the dough into a 19-inch in diameter circle. As you can see, it's a little bit bigger than our pizza pan. That's exactly what we're looking for. Carefully lift up the pizza dough from the table and add the pizza dough onto the pizza pan. Lift up the ends of the pizza dough while you're pressing down the pizza dough into the pizza pan. Take some kitchen scissors and trim off the excess dough from the edge of the pizza pan. You're going to leave about 1 1/2 to 2 inches of the dough hanging from the pizza pan. To form the pizza crust, you're going to take the dough that's hanging from the pizza pan and you're just going to tuck it underneath the edge of the pizza pan. To form the pizza dough, you're going to take your fingers and you're going to make an indentation mark about 1 inch from the edge of the pizza pan. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven to 450 degrees. Alright, let's get started with assembling our pizza. Take your homemade pizza sauce and spread it around the pizza dough as evenly as possible. Lightly sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on top of the pizza sauce. Generously sprinkle the shredded mozzarella cheese on top of the pizza sauce. Make sure you save just a small amount of the mozzarella cheese. We're going to add a little bit of that later on. Next, add your onion on top of the shredded mozzarella cheese, followed by your chopped green bell pepper, black olives, sliced mushrooms, pepperoni, your cooked Italian sausage. Now remember that small amount of shredded mozzarella cheese that I told you to reserve? You're going to add that amount on top of the pizza. And from there, our pizza is assembled. Let this sit for about 4 minutes, and after that, the pizza is ready to be baked. Place this into a preheated 450-degree oven on the middle rack. Bake this for 15 minutes. Alright, it's been about 15 minutes now for our pizza. Let's go ahead and remove this out of the oven. Alright, let's get started with making our garlic butter sauce. So in the small food processor, add 4 tablespoons of melted salted butter and your 2 cloves of pressed garlic. Blend this for 15 to 20 seconds. And there we go. Alright, here we have our garlic butter sauce with a pastry brush. Generously brush that garlic butter sauce onto the pizza crust. Next, lightly sprinkle some shredded Parmesan cheese onto the pizza crust. And after that, our homemade supreme pizza is now done. Let the pizza cool for about 5 minutes, and after that, the pizza is ready to be served. Here is the final presentation. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Homemade supreme pizza, made from scratch by a New Orleans native. If you like my channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell button if you want to be notified of my videos. I have an official website for all of my recipes, including this one. Go to www.charliethecookandrews.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter under the name Charlie the Cook Andrews. Stay tuned as Charlie's taste test is coming up next. Can't wait. Now it's time to go eat and take a bite. Supreme pizza, yes. Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. Man, this is why I love supreme pizza. I mean, all the flavors from the onion, the bell pepper, you have the pepperoni, the sausage, the black olives, the mushrooms. I like a lot of mushrooms on my supreme pizza. And that cheese is just the right amount of cheese, y'all. Absolutely delicious. I take a look out of this garlic Parmesan crust. Has a nice garlic butter flavor along with that hint of Parmesan cheese. It has a nice little crunch to it on the outside, real soft on the inside, y'all. Supreme pizza at its finest. Delicious. So, give the recipe a try. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, have a good one. Peace.